Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a rear brake job. This video is going to be how to retract the electronic parking brake. So the electronic parking brake is here. You're going to pull this wire out. You're going to have to take these two nuts out, which are a T30, and you're going to have to wind the caliper back. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm not going to show you how to do the brake job. The brake job is pretty much like any other one, straightforward, but this is what's going to be the unknown for people who are doing a G20 and other BMWs that are newer with the electronic e-brake. So this will be helpful for you guys. The rest is pretty much any other brake job if you've done it before. Standard procedure, nothing new there. So we're going to get into it right now. Alright, so let's begin. You have your electrical connector here. There is a plug. You're going to push in the tab and you're going to pull this upward. So we're going to get my hand in there. I'm going to push. I'm going to pull up. There we go. You can see it came up. That's the connector. Just get that out of the way. Now the next step are going to be, hopefully you can see them on here, these bolts right there. You're going to be needing a T30 Torx, see, right in there. The one on the right side over here, you're going to need a an extension because you won't be able to get in. I'll show you how that looks. Let me get this one out first and then I'll do the other one. So now once you break it loose, you can pretty easily just wind it back by hand. There we go. I hate working with gloves, it's a pain. It also has a lock washer on there so it doesn't back itself out. But that is out, as you can see. Now the other side, we're going to need that extension like I was saying, so let me put the extension on and I'll show you. So like I was saying, there's the extension. You got to come around the back side and then you're just going to break it loose as well. They come loose very easily. Now I could probably just do this by hand. Now since I broke it loose, you can just get it out by hand the same way you did the other side. Pretty simple. Then we'll be able to remove the electronic brake, and then we just got to wind the caliper back, and I'll show you how to do that. So that's out. So I just like to keep right and left where they belong, just the thing I do. Okay, now it's time to just pull this out. It should come straight out like so. There it is. I'm just going to swing it around out of the way without damaging it. Oh. Well, there it goes. It's going to go back in like this. We're going to use a T40, because that's what they're saying is equivalent to this size, where it'll go in and you could wind it back. Remember, this has to go back into this position, not this way. It's not going to work. It's going to go back in that little harness, or whatever you like to call it, or bracket rather. It's just going to go back into there, but the orientation is going to be this direction, right back in. I'm going to show you how to wind back the caliper part of it. There's a little right here, that's where it's going to go. You're going to insert the T40 right into there, and you're going to rotate it clockwise until it stops. So now, as you can see, I have the T40 in there. You can do this by hand. This is not difficult. Once it stops, you're ready to just do a regular brake job and just put it all together. Okay, we're almost there. Feel it getting a little bit tighter. I feel like I got about 2 full rotations almost already. I still feel it going. Little tension, nothing too crazy. Still going. Okay, it's finally bottomed out. Realistically, it took about 10 full rotations. I had to get off camera and use my right hand because I can't work that fast with my left. But it was about 10 full rotations. Now it's full lock. At this point, you can do your regular brake job. You're gonna push the piston in and you're gonna pull these out. These are 14 millimeter, and you can complete your brake job. I'm gonna do the brake job. Maybe I'll show it, I'm not sure. And then I'll show you how I reassemble everything. All right, screw it. Might as well show you how to do the brake job. I'm already in here. You're gonna get a screwdriver in between the caliper and the pad. Do not touch the rotor. And you're gonna pry outward like so. Okay, caliper has a lot of play. The piston is fully compressed now. That's it. I didn't loosen it yet. I just compressed the piston. And this is a 14 millimeter to get the caliper bracket off. I removed the 2 bolts. Now the caliper will come right off and you can swap your pads out. Piston's compressed. I'm gonna hang the caliper somewhere safe without damaging anything. You can place it up here. It's out of the way on the sway bar. Now we can pull our pads out, which are pretty worn. Clean everything up. These are pretty bad. I'm going with these Hawk HPS 5.0s. I can link the description. I have them in the front. So far, I really like them. Less brake dust. So I'm going to throw them in the rear. That way I have matching front and rear. So the new pads are in. I threw a little pad grease on there. Go inside the in here in the slides, and we're good to go. Here's the old pad versus the new pad. Put the caliper on and I'll show you what it looks like. Caliper is back on. Bolts are tight. Now we're just going to put the electronic e-brake back on. I'll show you how to do that. We'll pump the brake and we're good to go. I'll repeat the other side, and I believe the other side has the brake sensor, so we'll replace that. So now I placed it in like so. You can see it's still loose. Get that to clear up for you, and then the bracket goes right up to it like so, and it holds everything in place. You'll plug this clip back in. They'll pump the brake and it should be good to go. I'm going to button everything up, show you what the finished product looks like. Alright guys, everything is in. The only thing left is to push this connector in, and you want to make sure you hear that click, so listen. That's it. Now you know it's in. You want to hear that audible click. If you don't hear that, this electronic e-brake is not going to work. So now it's in, that's it. So that's pretty much it for the brake job, guys, or how to work with the electronic parking brake, how to rewind it, and how to be able to do your brake job. If you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Leave them in the comments below. I'll also link those HPS 5.0 pads. If you would like, I'll put them in the description. I have them in the front as well, like I was saying. They really cut down the brake dust. Stopping power is great. And, you know, noise level is fine. They don't really make any noise as long as you properly lubricate everything. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Take care.